4B movement is a movement in South Korea right now where the misogyny and sexism is so bad that South Korean women have decided to opt out of dealing with men entirely. That is not a joke. That is not an exaggeration.
Yeah, I gotta cut it. There we go. Have I given up on America? Yeah. I've also given up on coloring.
Okay, I am so in on this new 4B movement. Let's do it. You didn't know.
Learned about the 4B movement. Ladies, get into it.
Donald Trump is president, and I think all women should stop having sex for the next 4 years.
Me and my girlies are participating in the 4B movement. That's my next plan.
Misogyny and gender divide were the major issues in South Korea. Women earned 1/3 less than men, making it the highest gender pay gap amongst OECD nations. Despite being the most developed economies, women were underrepresented in senior and managerial positions. This environment made it fertile for movements like 4B to thrive as women grew extremely frustrated with lack of opportunities and persistence of gender discrimination. The 4B movement is a radical feminist initiative from South Korea emerged around 2017 and 2018 in response to the misogynistic culture and the 2016 high-profile Gangnam murder where a man killed a woman just because of ignoring him. Defined by the principles of no marriage, no procreation, no sex, and no relationship, 4B fosters solidarity amongst women, challenging traditional gender roles and promoting life free of men. The movement advocates for rejecting traditional social norms, encouraging women to take control of their lives. Its principles include no dating men, no marriage with men, no having children, and no sex with men. These radical beliefs aim to challenge long-standing gender expectations, creating a path for women to live their life independently. However, the movement has faced criticisms for being too extreme and potentially alienating men, which some believe could hinder the collaborative effort for gender equality. Despite these criticisms, the movement has raised important questions about autonomy, systematic inequality, and gender expectations. Now let us look at the political climate of post-2024 US elections. The re-election of Donald Trump has stirred a significant backlash from the feminist groups in US, with many women believing that his presidency represented a setback for women's rights. This feeling was amplified by the rise of misogynistic rhetoric and policies which made it feel as though the progress on gender equality has been reversed. This environment made it fertile for movements like 4B to thrive in US. The 4B's principle of rejecting traditional gender roles resonated with many women who were frustrated by this current environment. Though the 4B movement was started in South Korea, born out of similar frustration, it found a surprising echo in the US as well. Many American women are embracing child-free lifestyles, prioritizing their careers, and questioning long-standing gender norms. This shift has made the movement's principles more relatable to the increasing number of women in America who are grappling with societal expectations regarding marriage, motherhood, and gender roles. Social media platforms like TikTok and X played a major role in amplifying the movement's reach. Viral trends and hashtags criticizing the patriarchal structure spread, particularly amongst the younger generation. Discussions about the movement multiplied, with posts and videos expressing dissatisfaction with the pressure of dating culture and traditional gender expectations. The 4B, with its radical stance, offered a more extreme and direct approach to tackling these issues, appealing to those who felt that incremental progress was no longer enough. It is unclear if the 4B movement will last in the US, but its rise over the social impact of 2024 presidential election. There has been a surge in the online misogyny where men make comments like "your body, my choice," similar to the trends we saw in South Korea. Although most women don't embrace the 4B label, it talks about bodily autonomy, and the anger behind it could change America's politics and society, much like it did to South Korea. If the movement grows, it could create tensions similar to those in South Korea, where women are being more cautious about dating due to distrust, and both men and women are feeling increasingly lonely. Politicians might exploit these divisions, pushing gender-based politics and even sexist rhetoric. Although declining birth rates in South Korea is attributed to economic factors like increasing medical rates and expensive education, some people tend to blame it on movements like 4B. Additionally, women could become divided within the movement, with some women arguing that women with male partners do not belong to 4B. Frustration with traditional gender roles is valid, but isolating from relationship may not solve the issue. Kamla Bhasin, a feminist and gender rights advocate, emphasizes that shutting down those who raise concerns about equality suppresses dialogue, creating an insulated environment where individuals are left to navigate their decisions in isolation. Yogi Bayana, a women's rights activist from New Delhi, warns that movements like 4B could deepen societal divides if motivated by political agendas. She argues that such shifts turn personal choices into activism rather than genuine liberation. Bayana also notes that fewer women voted for Kamala Harris in 2024 compared to Biden in 2020 as per CBS News, suggesting that political and social dynamics rather than gender disparity alone influence the outcome. She stresses that decisions about marriage and family should remain personal and uninfluenced by political narratives, ensuring they reflect individual agency rather than broader political trends.